Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Tom. I am a full-time eBay reseller and I'm a stay-at-home dad for 5 kids. Part of it involves going into Goodwill on a regular basis, a regular enough basis that I pick up enough things and am here to see most of the things that come in and out of the store. I'm here nearly every single day, and sometimes I'll spend 2 hours. Sometimes I'm only here for a handful of minutes, but most of the time, if you're gonna find stuff, it's because you've been looking for a while. Okay, so I haven't done any video at all yet, but I found a couple of things. This is very interesting. Germany, soccer jersey. I'm gonna have to do some research on that, but I think it's probably really good. Harry Potter and the Closet of Secrets. Sealed tape. This slingshot, I just assumed that Levi could murder someone with that. Mortal Kombat, now this is essentially disc only, but I'll have to comp the game because some of these Mortal Kombat games can be really good. This is sealed, and I wouldn't even consider it except for it's $2.50, and maybe it has some kind of peripheral in it that would be cool. But probably not, but I put it in the cart anyway. This is an accessory for a blender, and you guys know how I like to do with blenders. So I'm gonna comp that. And then these, I'm not even totally sure what they are, but they are framed Disney art. First day of issue, 2005 Mickey Mouse. I don't know, but there's a bunch of them. So these are things that have been like pulled out and framed, but a couple of them, whoa, that's the original retail on that. A couple of them say post office on them, and then I put it together. It's an advertisement for the Stamps collection from Toy Story, Disney Princess, Incredible Hulk, Spider-Man, the other Toy Story, and Mickey Mouse. And I'm almost undoubtedly going to get these $5 ones. Because they're neat, but even $7 seems like an awesome thing to have. Hand numbered 2005. I'm gonna look them up. So this is I think it's a CPAP. So this is a CPAP machine, and it's $6. And you cannot sell these on eBay. You cannot sell them on Mercari. You cannot sell prescription equipment except for, you can sell them back to a licensed refurbisher, and I know there are a couple of those, and I think I'm going to take a $6 risk on this one just to see how that process works, because I know you can sell these back to somebody, and at $6 I'm sure I'm not going to get hurt. If I get hurt, I'm hurt $6. And here's a nice piece of furniture that is absolutely above retail. That is $50 brand new at Target. And they put $55 on it, and it's wobbly and used and scratched up. This is really tempting at $50, but I don't have any place to put it if it didn't work out. And it's not like you could, I mean, you could ship it, but you wouldn't want to. There just is not quite enough meat on the bone at $5 for this to be worth it. So this is probably worth getting. If the box was better, I probably would get it, but the box is pretty beat to death. It is just the game, a resistance band, and this leg thing. And so there's 120 listed and 85 sold, which means one sells almost every day. But there's like an active 2, and there's just the game, and so I don't know how many of this one sells. It's a little hard to pare that down right. So I think I'm gonna pass, because it's not something with mass appeal. I had my suspicions. It's not worth paying $2 for, because it's only worth $6. So these really are probably worth just about what they're asking for them, which is one of those scenarios where something is made to be collectible, and so it simply is not. And that is the case most of the time with the kind of stuff that we're trying to buy and sell. If it was designed to be collected, it's not collectible, and it probably doesn't have much value now. I mean, there's exceptions to everything like that, but as a general rule, that's true. I have never seen that before. Made in West Germany on an Adidas tag. Ex Officio used to be a really good brand at $5, and there's only one. I don't know that I'm buying that. I'll put up some comps and sell through and stuff, and I'll let you know in a minute if I get it. But Ex Officio used to be a really good brand, and if it was $1 or $2, I would buy it for sure. But at $5, there just might not be much meat left on the bone. Okay, so this is a really unusual looking piece. It is Linda Swan, made in the US. I'll show you. Women's buttons go over the top this way, and men's buttons go over the top the other way. So if you're questioning whether or not something's men's or women's, this is tagged as men's by Goodwill, but they're wrong. And obviously with that very pink Linda Swan tag in it, Linda Smith Swan, it's not going to be men's. I mean, it's not impossible, but that is not how you sell men's chore vests. Anyway, I'm gonna look this thing up. The entire brand, just Linda Smith Swan, 11 listed, none sold. We only ended up with 2 things to sell on eBay. This, which should go for about $20 plus shipping. It's an Oster 116534. Just the bowl, but it's obviously brand new. This paid $5 for, $6 for, and it should be north of 100. It's made in West Germany, so you know it's a vintage soccer jersey. It's in pretty good shape. It's not perfect, but it's nice. I'm gonna probably list it for 100 and see what happens. And then we got a slingshot for my children to shoot each other's eyes out with. And then for $6 we got this CPAP thing. You cannot sell medical equipment on the internet. You are not a pharmacy. Don't do that. But I'm going to make a whole video about what I'm going to do with this, since I just bought prescription equipment from Goodwill. It's weird to me that Goodwill can sell it. And by rights, legally, they probably shouldn't be selling it. But, I mean, it's not hurting anything. They're selling... The deal is, you have to have a prescription for a CPAP machine. And so, since I didn't acquire that through appropriate means with a doctor and a prescription, then I can't, like, I think I can legally own it, but Goodwill just sold it to me and I don't have a prescription for it. And I can't sell it on eBay because I can't write a prescription or fulfill a prescription legally. So what I'm going to do is try to sell it to a company that refurbishes those, and they have, and I'll make a whole video and show you the steps I have to go through to get that done, and how much money I make on it. I don't know anything at all about them. I just knew that this was a thing that could happen. And so now that I have a channel and I found one on video and bought it, I'll show you what to do. I'll figure out what to do and show it to you while I'm figuring it out. So I have like 14 that have to go out. I think we already talked about, I'm really going to get myself in trouble with these watches. Dropped them again. Okay. We already talked about Scream. Sold the other day, needs to be shipped today. I paid $0.25 a piece for them, and horror movies sell in small lots very well. These sold for $7.99 plus shipping. Buyers all in at $12, so basically they paid $6 a piece for them. So, and these are just really generic, not in great shape VHS that you pick up for $0.25. So if you find horror movies and you can pay 50 cents, 75 cents a piece for them, they'll sell for $5 a piece in lots all the time. So you put 5 together, and it's a pretty easy $25 for your, $3 investment. Easy peasy. Always. And it happens all year long. It's not, I mean, Halloween's coming, it helps, but it's all year long. So if you're finding horror VHS, pick them up. The obscurer, the betterer. If you never heard of it, if it looks funny, like 976 Murder, or like things that are like punny titles in horror movies tend to do really, really well. Anyway, these are little army men. I think I paid 50 cents. It still says it on the back. 50 cents for these at a garage sale. I don't know why. It happens to have like the barricade stuff. I don't know what possessed me to pick these up. It's been over a year and they sold for $7 plus shipping. So they will sell, but they're not great. Hoosiers, I paid $1.50 for this Hoosiers sign. It is still in the cellophane and sold for $11.50 plus shipping, but the buyer's all in at $21 because this isn't going to be fun to ship. These I paid, I think, nothing. The sign said 50 cents, but at the garage sale where it was the sweet old people that were like the lady was grandmaing Evelyn, and the guy was like, hey, I like collecting weird stuff, and I know you're probably going to make some money, so let's make some deals and get a whole bunch out of here. Great couple, fun yard sale. We got lots of cool stuff, the dental thing, the stenographer thing, and these watches were in this box. So this box says Ingersoll and is for a pocket watch, and then it has this, which is Van Buren from the 30s, and it has like, it's missing this thing. It's got, I don't know if I can make it show up. The crystal is cracked real bad. And the hands aren't even on it. And then this one has no crystal, but other than that is in marginally better shape. It's just dirty as it can be. And again, no stem. So these are not worth much, but this is probably, if this was in nice working condition, it'd probably be a $40 or $50 watch. This one could be hundreds. These are both from like late 30s, early 40s. This one could be a lot if it were in better condition, but it's in about as bad a condition as it can be. So I listed these with the title Project Watches, 4 Parts Junk, 30s Van Buren, Selda Shock Swiss watches. And I paid maybe 50 cents for this thing, maybe nothing at all, and put it on auction for $7, and it only got one bid. That's the only bid that it got, was the opening bid. Buyers all in at $12, and it's going somewhere overseas. I was hoping that it would catch a couple of bids, but only did a 3-day auction. I didn't want to wait forever for it. I just wanted to see what they would do, and that's what they did. This shirt was mine for a long time, and I just kind of fell out of love with it. It's Sonoma brand, which is not worth picking up, but it's vintage vinyl records. And it sold for $9. I wore it for years and years and years, and then I stopped wearing it, so I was like, well, that's a good size shirt, 2X, and it's a good subject matter. I would buy that at a yard sale. I might as well list it instead of donating it. Florida Gators. I've had this hoodie for a long time. Sold for $15 plus shipping. College stuff does pretty well, but like, I tend to do better, and this is my thinking. Like Florida Gators, there are a lot of places putting out Florida Gators hoodies. And there's a pretty large market for Florida Gators hoodies. But like Western Illinois Leathernecks, there's not a lot of companies putting out that stuff. I mean, if you're around the area, there are. Olivet Nazarene University. Small colleges, if you can find quality stuff for small colleges, it tends to do well for me because like you're not going into even the Walmart in Macomb and finding good quality stuff for leathernecks. And so if you find it at the thrift store, Butler University, Butler's not quite as small as the colleges that I was just naming that are local to here, but it's also not, Texas A&M, where you can go into, a sports store around here and buy that. Butler is a smaller college, and so I paid like $6 or $8 for this one, and it sold for 20. I had it listed for 30 and got a $19 offer, and I came back at like 24, and the guy came back at 20, and I'm like, I've got a fish on the line. I'm gonna take the money because I just don't like. It's not something that I'm gonna get a lot of buyers for. Horror VHS, especially Evil Dead. I paid 50 cents for these together. They sold for 19 plus shipping for Evil Dead 1 and 2 on VHS. 'Tis the season to continue talking about Halloween stuff. I paid $5 for this. That's way overpaying considering that his pinky finger is broked. But these die cuts do really well. This one sold for 11, free shipping. Not worth messing with. I should have allotted it with another one because it's going to be a pain in the butt to ship because you can't fold it, you can't roll it, and it can't get bent in transit. So it's going to be a little bit of a pain. And for $11, it's not worth it. If I had added $5 to one of the other ones and put those together, I think I would have been in much better shape. These sold within minutes of each other. This I paid 75 cents for just the other day at a garage sale. It's 24 tape case, and it's just in beautiful condition. There's this one little spot on it, but when you see these, a lot of times they're cracked up here. These things are broken up, or there's foam spilling out of the insides. These get really, really nasty. Well, I was surprised to see what great shape this one was in. And so it was 75 cents. You guys know I like to do cassette storage. It just sells well. And within 5 minutes, so close, in fact, I was like, maybe that's the same buyer. This one, which holds 42 CDs, seems like an odd number. 3 drawers of 14 apiece. That's a really odd number. Anyway, this one sold. I think I paid $2 or $3 for this. Sold for $30 free shipping. ABBA, $10 free shipping. I got this with a Wii and a huge lot of games, and this one sold by itself. $10 free shipping is about as low as I'm willing to go. If it's below $10 free shipping, I'm gonna lot it together with a bunch of other games, which is what I'm gonna end up doing with a bunch of that stuff. But like, there was another lot that was like $9 plus shipping that I did for 2, like, Family Game Night 1 and 2. They're not worth much, but they I had them both, so I lotted them together. And then these, I paid $20 for these boots. They are a cap toe. So when the fabric comes over the toe like that, that's called a cap toe. These are called jump boots. They are Corcoran, made in the U.S., and these are just in remarkably good shape. And when a person who knows what they're doing shines these, they're going to look brand new. Size 8.5, so not a great size. You kind of want whole number sizes, and anything above 9, it would be considered a good size men's shoe. But these sold, and just a generic combat boot, they're going to sell. I paid $20 this week for them. They sold for $99 free shipping. But this is going to sell to military enthusiasts. It's going to sell to goth kids. It's going to sell to punk kids. It's going to sell to somebody who needs a nice looking boot for, like, you could, if you put slacks over this with the cap toe, it's going to look like a nice shoe. this is a super versatile thing in somebody's wardrobe, and appeals to a lot of people. So there's that as far as just any quality jump boot, but Corcoran is a quality product that some people look out for. And these are old, they're made in the US, and they have not been walked in very much. I probably could have held out and gotten more money for them, but the size being small, and you guys know me, I'd rather take $100 this week than $140 in, I don't know, maybe 6 weeks. So that is everything going out this morning. So far, it's 8:45 in the morning. I haven't had any sales at all. And as always, thank you for watching. Thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing. Thanks for following and clicking the bell. And we'll see you on the next one.